friends, welcome to Becky Daniel's home. I am so happy that you're here with me today. We are working on the last part of my mantle decor. So far we've done the wooden heart garland. We did a beautiful Valentine's Day floral arrangement. And now what I need is I've got my mantle, I've got the garland, I've got the floral arrangement, and I need something higher on the opposite side. So above my mantle, I've got a round mirror. So I just wanted to, balance it out. I got the flowers, and then I wanted something a little, with a little height off to the right. And I was just thinking about things that I had. And last year, sweet friends, we made these beautiful, absolutely adorable heart wreaths from the forms that you pick up at the Dollar Tree. So there's a video at Becky Daniel's Home Facebook, and you can scroll back to this time last year and you'll be able to see the video on how we made this step by step. But it's the heart form from Dollar Tree. And then what I did is I wrapped it with a burlap ribbon. And then you take the pages of a book. I'm just going to go over this with you real quick in case you decide you want to make one of these because they are so beautiful. You take the page of a book, and depending on the size of your page, if it's a bigger book, you just want to cut your page in half. And I just used a paintbrush, the little handle of the paintbrush, and you go right down the middle. And you just kind of use that as your guide there. And then you just crunch up the pages around your handle there, and then you take your little book page and you just start gluing it on the burlap all the way around your heart frame until you come up with this. Now you could always add some little flowers in there. You could use a more colorful bow, whatever makes you happy, you do that. I just went real neutral with mine last year and I loved it so much. And I actually had this hanging on a mirror above my mantle that was a little different. It was more of a rectangular mirror and it looked so good. But because I've got the round mirror this year, this is just not gonna look good hanging on the mirror. But I had this idea. So I had this frame that I got at Hobby Lobby when they were 50% off. So it was a good deal, you guys. This was 10 bucks. You can get them in all different sizes. You could actually, even if you've got a picture frame, you could actually just use a picture frame and then hang your wreath from that. But I happen to have this, and I think it's gonna balance out really nicely on my mantle with the flower arrangement. So what I wanna do, sweet friends, is I just wanna take my wreath and I wanna hang it from this like that, okay? That's what I want to do. And then right here, what I did is I wanted to have a little bit of red in there, and I thought about changing out the bow, but it was attached to the paper pretty good. So I would have had to put more paper in there, and it was just getting a little bit more complicated than I wanted it to be. So on my Cricut machine, I just wrote out the word love. And I think this is so sweet. So I've got my transfer paper here. It's actually transfer tape. I always call it transfer paper. It's transfer tape. And we're gonna go ahead and just take this, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to transfer your vinyl onto this transfer tape. I get this huge roll on Amazon. It's really inexpensive. I've been using this for about over a year now, and I think it's just wonderful. And it's not quite as sticky as some of the Cricut brand transfer tape, so it's something to keep in mind. It's a good one. So I've got my love. I'm going to take the transfer tape and I'm going to just line up across the top there where it's a nice straight edge. I'm going to cut the bottom of it off, and I will save this bit to use for something else. I just roll it right back onto the roll there, just like this. Ta-da! Okay, so we've got the transfer tape on my vinyl there, and I'm going to go ahead and just burnish it down. There's a little tool that you use that comes with your Cricut utensils, and it works so good. And you just really want to make sure that that is on really nice and snug and good. I love Valentine's Day stuff, you guys. I usually don't do a whole lot of decorating for Valentine's Day. So because I'm only doing it in a couple of areas, I just want it to be really pretty. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the backing off of my vinyl. And now I've got the love that's stuck on my transfer tape. So I'm just gonna eyeball it where I want it here. I know it's a brave move, but I'm just gonna go for it. And I'm gonna kind of go, I wanna be able to see it because this is gonna be sitting up on my mantle and I want you to be able to see the word love. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it right about there, and that's gonna be good. And I got my little burnishing tool. Move this so you guys can see. I'm gonna go ahead and just rub that vinyl letters that say love right onto my beautiful board here. And guess what, sweet friends? When I'm done with this, I can just pull the lettering off and use this for something else. I don't know what I was gonna make. It was probably a sign or something like that. Whenever I see these and they're nice like this and they're 50% off, I grab them and then I've got a nice little stash of them. If I decide I get a whim and I wanna make a sign or do something with them, then I always have them on hand, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the transfer tape back, and my love is on my board. It looks so good. I love it. Love. We love our love. Look at that. How about that? That is just so wonderful. Now this is gonna be so simple. So simple, you guys. I'm just gonna take my heart and I'm just gonna put it on here and decide where we want this to land. I've got, oops, I just knocked stuff off the table. I've got the ribbon on the back. And so all I'm gonna do with this, sweet friends, is I'm gonna go ahead and just tuck it down behind our board here. And I'm just gonna adhere it with a little bit of hot glue. And then when I'm done with this, after Valentine's Day, it'll just peel right off. Okay, so let me look at this and see if we are getting this lined up the way I want. I love it. I think it looks so good. Actually, I'm gonna pick it up a little bit more. Look at that, you guys. How simple and sweet is this? Just our paper, our book heart, and then the sweet little words that say love. So I'm gonna flip this over here. And I've got my hot glue gun going, and it works out great because right at the top here, there's a hanger, and that's gonna be the perfect place to put the first little bit of glue right on that. And then I'm going to come down here and put a little bit more. And like I said, sweet friends, this is going to peel up. It'll peel right off when I'm done. After Valentine's Day, I know I'm going to be using this for something else. Last year, I used this type of board, but it was longer. It was more of a rectangle shape, and I made it that says, "This kitchen is for dancing," and I put it in my kitchen, and it looks so good. I love it. It's one of my favorite things, but I love to make these signs, get creative with the Cricut machine. It's one of my favorite tools of all time. It's one of my favorite things that I have is the Cricut machine. Okay, so this, we're gonna let that dry for just a second before I flip it over. I did have some tape, some Scotch tape that I used to hold it on just to see if I was gonna like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reuse that tape. Why not? Give it a little extra dose of security there. Not gonna hurt anything. Okay, I've got glue cobwebs all over me. Oh my gosh, you guys, I really do. I always have something, don't I? Look at this, it doesn't want to go away. It's so happy. It's like love is in the air at Becky Daniels' home. I want to stay and play. Okay, so that should do it. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Look at this, sweet friends. What do you think? Isn't that just the sweetest thing? And I can adjust this. But that is gonna go on the mantle. I love to reuse things from year after year, just kind of repurpose it and make new life out of it. So I was able to take this adorable book heart from a Dollar Tree frame and a book that I picked up at a thrift store. So really, this is just a project that just cost a couple dollars. And if, like I said, if you want to do a brighter bow or a couple of flowers or whatever makes you happy, you could put some eucalyptus leaves in there, some lamb's ears, here and really make it super special. So that's what is going to go on my mantle. I am going to make sure to attach a photo of this so you guys can see it all done. But I think I'm going to be done with my mantle now. I think this is like the perfect little piece that's going to finish it off so nicely. So listen, everybody, thank you guys so much for hopping on and spending some time with me at Becky Daniels' home. I can't wait for our next project. And until then, do something kind for yourselves, and I'll talk with you guys real soon. Take care.